guys, welcome back to my channel. I feel so snatched right now because all the products that I used in this tutorial are high-end, full beat, full glam. For some of you this might be too much, for some of you this might not be that much at all, and for some of you it might be perfect. For me, this is a full glam tutorial. It is high coverage, tons of makeup. However, it is a bulletproof, sweat-proof, budge-proof glam makeup. This is kind of like almost like a prom look too. You could totally do this for prom. I drew inspiration from my shirt actually because it's like pink and purple and black and smoky. So I kind of wanted to stick with that theme, also with the theme of prom and also with the theme of this Huda Beauty Rose Gold palette, which I am using today in this tutorial. I used a lot of Huda Beauty products. It's not sponsored by Huda Beauty at all. However, because I was going all glam, I wanted to do majority of her products and sort of like beat my face to the gods. So I feel snatched. So if you guys want to know how to achieve this look or how I got this look, please keep watching. And if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do. Hit that notification bell so that you are notified every single time I upload a video. So let's just jump right into the tutorial. Alright guys, so many of you know the drill here on my channel. I've already primed my eyelids and set it with powder. And we're going to jump right into the eyeshadow. So here she is, the Huda Beauty Remastered Rose Gold Palette, Resurrected. And I'm going to start by picking up Demure on a fluffy blending brush and pop that on as my transition shade number 1. I'm going to be using a few transition shades in this look, as you can tell, but this is going to be transition shade numero 1. Transition shade number 2 is a Doll Face. This kind of reminds me of that Barbie pink tone, and this placement is going to be slightly lower than the previous shade. Just keep blending as usual. These shades are pretty pigmented and they blend into each other really well, so the shadows pretty much do most of the work for you. Next, I'm going to pick up a purpley pink shade from this teeny tiny Huda Beauty Electric Obsessions palette for transition shade number 3, and I just wanted a slight hint of purple on the crease to peek through so that our main eyelid shade can blend into that transition shade, into the purple. The next shade from the palette is Risque, and it leans more pink with a hint of purple on the lids. When you look at the pan, I thought it would be like a deeper purpley shade. I wasn't really kind of feeling this look at this point of how pink it looked, but I was winging this look anyways because I just wanted to try out and play with some of the shades in here so I could see what I could come up with. Black Truffle is indefinitely the most pigmented shade in this entire palette. In fact, I don't own any other black this intense in my entire eyeshadow collection. It actually hurts me to say that it beats Makeup Geek's Corrupt eyeshadow. I'm sorry, but it's so true. Like, this is like the blackest black that's out there. And I'm going to be applying this just to the outer V and really blending this out. As you can see, I have not dipped back into the pan at all, so please use this sparingly. Next, I'm going in with Cocoa, and I'm going to diffuse the black just a little bit. This just helped to blend Risque into the Black Truffle and left like a nice deep purpley shade on the outer corners of the eyelids. I'm going to top off the lids with Pink Diamond right here. I'm keeping the shimmer right on top of that pink. This step just brought it home for me. The eyes looked more polished and complete after this shimmer shade. I also went in with some winged liner off camera, but I just wanted to save some time here and focus only on the shadows and the palette, so I didn't bother to do a winged liner or show this winged liner on camera for you guys. Next, I'm going to line the lower lash line with a brown eyeliner. This one is from NYX. And I am applying this fairly heavily because we are going back in with Black Truffle to smoke this out. Next, with a black eyeliner, I'm going to tight line both the lower and upper waterlines for like mega intensity. This is gonna look a little crazy right now, but the next steps will surely take care of that and blend it out, make it look a little bit more sultry and smoky. Next, I'm taking Cocoa on a small pointy blending brush, and I'm going to soften the bottom lash line. As I said, I gotta say, these mattes are like, they're like butter. They melt right into the skin without looking streaky or patchy. Next, I'm giving my lashes a quick curl, applying some mascara. Any mascara will do because I'm going to be going in with some falsies after. The falsies that I'm going to be using are Lotus lashes in the style KCM from their Faux Mink collection. Next, I'm going to move on to the face. I'm going to be using some color corrector. This is the Maybelline Master Chrome Orange Corrector, and I'm just going to blend this out with my fingers. I just realized that I forgot to use primer ahead of time, so I'm quickly going to spray the Urban Decay Quick Fix Spray and the NYX First Base Spray. I picked up a sample of the Huda Beauty Faux Filter Foundation in the shade Baklava. I wanted to try this shade first before I commit to purchasing a bottle because I kind of heard mixed reviews about this foundation. And I'm using a beauty blender to blend this out because it is more of a thicker consistency. I have to say though that the shade matched me perfectly. It oxidized on my skin ever so slightly, like half a shade slightly, but after oxidization, it actually matched my neck completely. It was pretty bang on, like it was amazing. It has a demi matte finish and it is very, very full coverage. I would wear this foundation specifically for special occasions or photo shoots because goddamn, like my face looked so photoshopped after this. It was amazing. The other full coverage foundation, product that I'm going in with is the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. As you can see, I'm definitely not holding on the full coverage, guys. Like, I'm going all in today. One shade is light medium, the other one is medium. And I'm gonna blend these two together and use a damp beauty blender to blend this out. As you guys can see, this is really brightening up my under eyes. Next, I'm gonna bronze with the Benefit Hoola bronzer. This one comes in a stick form, so it's nice and creamy and smooth and just glides onto the skin like a dream. So it's really, really nice as well. And the color is also amazing for my skin tone. I'm going to immediately set this bronzer with a Sephora powder bronzer. This is in the shade Honey Heat. And I'm definitely going to be baking for this look wherever I applied that concealer. I'm using the Laura Mercier translucent powder. I'm going to leave it on for about 2 to 3 minutes and then I dusted it off with a powder brush. I'm picking up another mini Huda Beauty palette. This one is the Mauve Obsessions palette. And I'm going in with this vanilla shade for a brow bone highlight because it's nice and matte. So my camera stopped recording and I don't have the highlight footage, but I did use the Anastasia Amrezi highlight here just to pop that on the tops of my cheekbones and down the bridge of my nose and all that good stuff for that extra glow. For blush, I'm using the MAC Prism blush. It is a nice neutral flesh toned blush, which is not overpowering. It is matte, so it kind of just sort of ties in with the entire look. I'm going to quickly set with Skindinavia setting spray and then apply some mascara to the bottom lash line. And for my lips, I'm going to be mixing these two shades. These are from Too Faced. They're the Melted Lipsticks in Chihuahua and Fig. I'm going to outline my lips with the MAC's Pink Treat Lip Liner. And then for a lip topper, I'm going to be using the Huda Beauty Lip Strobe in Angelic just to the center of my lips for that added shine and pop. Alright guys, I hope you're enjoying the video so far. I'm going to really quickly touch base on the Huda Beauty palette and what I think about it. This is what it looks like. This is what it comes in. So again, very beautiful. This is rose gold. This has that holographic image of Huda with the roses. Love it. Very Huda. It's very beautiful. It's very attractive packaging. This itself is very close to the Desert Dusk palette that she ended up releasing before this one. So it kind of plays off of that. So I really like the theme of the palettes. This is obviously remastered, as you know, that she launched the first rose gold palette that had a clear cover to it. Didn't really have anything on there other than like it was like clear plastic. I personally didn't mind it as much because to me what's inside the product inside the product. What's inside the packaging matters most to me. Formulation, things like that matter more because that's where I hold the most value at. So moving on to the meat of it. When you open it, it comes like this. It comes with a mirror. Also, you have the shadows nicely laid out here, and it comes with this sleeve for basically the protecting portion of it. And these are your shadows. Really quickly, I'm going to say that this black shadow right here was highly pigmented. So if you are going to use the black, go in with the light hand first, because I had to mix this one and cocoa to basically tone down the smokiness because it was way too intense for me. So this black eyeshadow is not like your typical eyeshadows. In fact, I think this is the best pigmented, creamiest black I actually own right now. So with that being said, all of the colors blend out beautifully. They perform really well. There is a technique to the shimmers, which I'll talk about. Let's talk about the mattes first. The mattes, again, non-patchy. This one does seem to have a little bit of fallout. That doesn't bother me. It might bother some of you, but to me, fallout doesn't bother me as much. They blend out beautifully. They perform well on the skin. Very buttery, very soft, very pigmented as well. So I really like that. I really like this new formulation. When it comes to these shimmers up here, I had to use it with my fingers. I always prefer to use shimmers with my fingers. However, with this specific formulation, I find that the shimmers are so much more better. They go on better with your fingers rather than a brush. Unless I'm doing something wrong, please do correct me out there if you've used the palette. But other than that, the colors are beautiful. This palette can be used for a multitude of looks. I will be doing more looks with this palette. I actually do enjoy a lot of the shades in here, and I'm looking forward to it. In terms of the swatches, I don't have swatches for you, but there's tons of videos out there that have swatched this palette out. And they talk a little bit more about packaging and the aesthetics of it a little bit more. In terms of price point, I paid $85 Canadian plus taxes. I do find that the price point is fairly typically high because I feel that the Huda Beauty individual, not the individual, but the Obsessions, the mini palettes that she has, you get 9 eyeshadows for $35. So if you pick up any two of those Obsessions palettes, you're paying $70, whereas you're getting the same amount of shadows in this one for $85. So there I kind of find that she can probably sell the same palette for $70, but I don't know what she's thinking. But anyways, if you guys are in the market, that is what the price point is for this palette. Same thing with the Desert Dusk palette. That's exactly how much I paid. They were $85. Other than that, that's it from me. Leave your comments down in the section below. What do you think of this look? Have you used this palette? What do you think about the brand in general? So leave me all those nice, lovely details below, and I will see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye for now.